Welcome to Golden Rule Wisdom. Today we journey to an ancient Indian village to uncover a profound lesson about karma. In this peaceful village, life moved slowly. People trusted one another, believing that honesty was the true foundation of society. However, not everyone respected these values. The concept of karma teaches us that every action inevitably creates an equal reaction. What you put into the world will always find its way back to you, often when you least expect it. Our story begins with a man named Govind. He was a wealthy shopkeeper who seemed friendly but hid dark secrets. Govind owned the largest grocery store in the village. Everyone came to him for their daily supplies and essential needs. Despite his wealth, Govind was incredibly greedy. He constantly looked for clever ways to exploit his loyal and unsuspecting customers. Behind his warm smile, he manipulated the weighing scale. He would secretly pinch off small amounts from every single purchase. A few grams of rice here, a handful of lentils there. Over time, these stolen fractions built his immense fortune. The villagers trusted him blindly. They never suspected that their respected shopkeeper was systematically robbing them right before their eyes. Govind felt powerful and untouchable. He believed his cunning methods made him vastly superior to the simple folks around him. Every evening, he would count his extra profits. The clinking coins brought him a temporary joy that fueled his greed. He thought nobody would ever catch him, but the universe has a silent way of balancing the scales of justice. In the same village lived a humble farmer named Ramu. He was known for his pure heart and unshakable honesty. Ramu worked tirelessly in his small field. Despite his extreme poverty, he always maintained a deep sense of moral integrity. He owned a single beautiful cow that provided him with rich milk. This cow was his most precious worldly possession. Every morning, Ramu would carefully churn the fresh milk. He transformed it into the finest, most delicious butter imaginable today. The golden butter was his only source of income. It allowed him to secure basic food for his struggling family. For 5 long years, Ramu maintained a strict routine. He visited Govind's shop every single day without a single fail. The arrangement was simple and seemingly fair. Ramu would bring exactly 1 kilogram of his freshly made butter to trade. In exchange, Govind would give him 1 kilogram of wheat. This daily trade sustained Ramu and his family for years. Ramu never questioned Govind's measurements. He trusted the wealthy shopkeeper completely, handing over his precious butter with a grateful smile. Govind, however, saw Ramu's blind trust as an opportunity. He secretly rejoiced at how easily he could manipulate the farmer. Whenever Ramu asked for the wheat, Govind would casually underweigh it. He gave Ramu less than 1 kilogram every time. Unaware of the deception, Ramu took the wheat home happily. He baked simple bread to feed his hungry, loving children. Years passed, and the unfair trade continued daily. Govind grew richer, while Ramu remained poor, but incredibly peaceful and happy. One fateful morning, a dark seed of doubt entered Govind's mind. He started questioning the exact weight of Ramu's butter. Govind thought to himself about the butter. What if this poor farmer is secretly cheating me out of my profits? Driven by his own dishonest nature, he became intensely paranoid. A thief often believes that everyone else is stealing too. When Ramu dropped off the butter that day, Govind waited. He locked the shop door and brought out his scale. He carefully placed the round block of golden butter on the heavy iron scale to check its true, precise weight. To his absolute shock, the scale did not balance perfectly. The block of butter weighed exactly 900 grams only. Govind's face turned bright red with explosive fury. He felt deeply betrayed by the man he had been cheating daily. "How dare this filthy peasant rob me in my own store?" he shouted loudly, smashing his fist on the counter. He immediately decided to ruin Ramu's life entirely. He stormed out of his shop, heading straight to the village council. The village council was the highest authority in their community. The respected elders gathered quickly under the great banyan tree. Govind stood before the elders, pointing an angry finger. He loudly accused poor Ramu of systematic fraud and deliberate theft. "This wretched farmer has been giving me short weight for years," Govind proclaimed. "He deserves a severe punishment for this." He presented the block of butter as undeniable proof. The elders inspected the butter and confirmed it weighed 900 grams. The entire village gasped in sheer disbelief. They could not imagine the gentle Ramu committing such a terrible, dishonest crime. Ramu was summoned immediately to face the serious charges. He arrived trembling, holding his tattered hat in his rough hands. The chief elder looked at Ramu with stern, piercing eyes. "Ramu, did you deliberately cheat Govind by giving him less?" Ramu bowed his head respectfully before the wise council. His voice shook slightly as he began to explain his side. "Honorable elders, I am merely a poor, uneducated farmer. I do not own proper weights to measure my butter accurately." The crowd listened intently to his humble, sincere words. Govind sneered, confident that his victory was already completely secured today. Ramu continued his defense with absolute honesty and pure innocence. "I rely entirely on Govind's shop for my daily measurements. Every morning, I buy exactly 1 kilogram of wheat from him. I bring it straight home to my small kitchen. Since I have no standard weights, I use his wheat bag. I place it on one side of my scale. Then I put my fresh butter on the other side. I simply balance the scale perfectly against his wheat bag. Whatever weight of wheat Govind gives me, that is exactly the weight of butter I give back to him daily." A sudden, heavy silence fell over the entire gathered crowd. The elders slowly turned their piercing gazes toward the shopkeeper. Govind's arrogant smile vanished instantly into thin air. His face grew pale as the terrible realization hit him incredibly hard. The truth was finally exposed for everyone to see clearly. Govind had been cheating himself this entire time without knowing. By giving Ramu only 900 grams of wheat, he guaranteed he would receive exactly 900 grams of butter. The scale of justice had worked perfectly in the shadows. His own greed had become the instrument of his downfall. The village elders were furious at Govind's deeply shameful deception. He had betrayed the sacred trust of his own community. "You tried to destroy an innocent man to hide your theft." The chief elder's voice thundered across the silent square. The council immediately ordered Govind to compensate Ramu heavily. He had to pay back every stolen gram from 5 years. Furthermore, Govind was banished from the village in total disgrace. His shop was closed and his immense wealth meant nothing. Ramu, on the other hand, was praised for his honesty. He received enough compensation to buy land and live comfortably. The village returned to its peaceful, harmonious ways once again. The story of Govind and Ramu became a powerful legend. Parents would tell this tale to their children every night. They taught them about the inescapable law of divine karma. Life is a mirror that constantly reflects our own actions. What we give to others is exactly what we receive. If you sow seeds of deception, you will harvest betrayal. If you plant honesty, you will undoubtedly reap profound peace. Govind believed he was outsmarting a simple, uneducated, poor farmer. In reality, he was only destroying his own future happiness. We often think our secret misdeeds will remain forever hidden, but the universe keeps a perfect, unalterable ledger of everything. True integrity means doing the right thing at all times. Even when nobody is watching, your karma is always recording. Ramu's pure innocence protected him from the malicious, greedy trap. His simple truth shattered a complex web of dark lies. Whenever you are tempted to take an unfair, selfish advantage, remember the story of the shopkeeper and the humble farmer. Ask yourself what kind of weight you are putting out. Are you offering the world your true, honest, best self? Because eventually that exact same measure will return to you. It will determine your ultimate fate in this beautiful world. Let us strive to build lives based on genuine honesty. Let compassion and fairness guide every single transaction we make. Only then can we sleep peacefully with a clear conscience. Only then can we truly thrive in our shared community. Thank you for joining us on this meaningful, spiritual journey. We hope this ancient wisdom illuminates your path moving forward. Stay honest, stay kind, and always remember the golden rules. Subscribe to Golden Rule Wisdom for more timeless, inspiring stories